can't hear me or something. Come
It's
in.
obvious you envious. Ain't no need to fake it, bro. Shouldn't have let me in the game. You want me out and take me, boy. I ain't going easily. Got people that believe.
Talk about feminism. Feminism is the destruction of the entire nuclear family. I think maybe we're all in agreement to this. We are the problem. Man is problem.
Fuck about sleep. 5-hour energy.
AI. You can know more. All they have to do is ask. They have to do is ask AI. So yes, these kids are dumber.
Bird ass niggas, I'm
Need to smoke some weed because it's rough out in Toronto. Because I've been a dispatcher, and it don't just work like 911 is an emergency. I've been shot. Click.
Everybody got.
yeah, and I'm really just playing.
He just shut his little albino frog faced ass up, boy. It do matter. With tip go. Oh, no, little homie, little blind frog. I feel you. That little light skinned boy gonna bruise up
Niggas
bad.
think you know, but do you really understand? Cause if you niggas knew, you probably choose another plan. You in Atlanta Lincolns, barely stacking Lincolns. I'm from Illinois. The only noise you making is some squeaking.
What it do, fellas?
What up? Hey, man, we gonna get on out of here, Woody. We gonna let this man talk for a second, and then we gonna comment. I don't know if you hear.
I think maybe we're all in agreement.
Yo, what it do? What it do? What it do? What it do? Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. All right, what it do? Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Maybe I'm High Show. I'm rolling solo tonight. Got some things I need to speak on just by myself, so the fellas gonna fall back. Shout out to Demo G, creator. Maybe I'm High. Shout out my boy Woodrow Stacks to Chicago, not Chicago. I'm sorry, Waukegan, Illinois veterans. You know what I'm saying? This is my first time going live in Texas, so it's kind of like a little different feel for me. Let's get started. As you all know, I guess it's out there. Emotions were high, feelings were thrown. I just had to bury my mother. She died on the 28th. Kingwood, Texas. She was buried on the 6th. So I got a lot to wrap up. I'm just gonna hold y'all for like 20 minutes, you know what I'm saying? But I got some things that I would like to discuss because this weekend kind of disgusted me. It actually stripped me of something that I deserved. We're talking about a lifetime achievement award, shall you say. I'll get to that later. Like I said, I'm not here to bash my mother. I'm not here to paint her in a bad light. I'm just here to tell my story. First and foremost, I'm going to say I know that my mom loved me, and I know that my mom know that I loved her back. So I just want to start right there because, when you create life and you give life, and there's just something about it as angry as you get, you know what I'm saying? You always checking on mama, even if it ain't, calling or texting, because I'll get into that later. You'll understand why I say that. But just check, man. Like, whatever the case may be, however you got to do it, just do it. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get started. I went to my mother's funeral services on Saturday, and I don't feel like my mother was, painted in a Service was nice. I mean, as far as the the putting her away, the celebration or whatever case may be, it was nice. It was some things that could have been handled a lot better than they were handled. It's some things that could, have went the normal way, like a funeral. You feel me? But I want to reverse for a second. I want to talk about my mom. My mother was born in maybe a well, my mother's mother was my mama Shirley, my mom Leon Berry, and my mama was actually true story. I'm gonna give you all facts. I'm not finna sugarcoat shit. Excuse me. I'm not finna sugarcoat nothing. I'm not fixing to spare feelings because my mama gone and my feelings is hurt too. So, my mother was born in Derry, Louisiana, Derry. We went down there as kids, me and my brother. She was born to this guy named James Rachel. From my understanding, when you're young, they don't let you in on a lot of stuff. I think my mother was adopted by my grandmother. I mean, don't quote me on it. That's one thing I don't want to do here today is tell a lie, so I won't get sued. Or I'm not gonna say names also, just to give y'all a heads up. But I'll put it in the context. So you guys just figure it from there and see what's going on with that. And yeah, so she was born in Derry, adopted by my grandmother, moved to Oberlin, Louisiana. When she got to Oberlin, she had my uncle Irvin and my uncle Victor. She was surrounded by love. All the Berry family, my Aunt Belma Jean, my Aunt Beverly, like everybody. Like she was surrounded by love. She had some really good friends, Miss Patronella. Um, I said your name, but I think that it's gonna be okay for me to speak highly of you. And then another friend of hers, she had a really, really good friend in her. And yeah, so she grew up. My mother was a beautiful woman. Everybody told my mother she looked like Lena Horne, like she was like, that type of grace. So I actually could see it because my mother was definitely a beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't this shit from, yeah, but yeah. So she grew up there. Um, my mom then went to USL, attended college there, did very well, secured a job with Energy. She worked for them for years. I want to say 30 something, almost like she was up there. Retired very highly, very well respected, very well paid. Um, yeah, she really was a very put up woman. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so I'm just gonna dive right into it too. So my mom and my dad, 1977. I'm not gonna mention his name either, but we all know who he is. They married in 1980. Then my brother came, and I'm only speaking from my perspective because I don't know what my mom did before then. I'm only giving you 1983 to 2026. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, they got married in 1980. Then came my brother a year later, and then came me another year and a half later. Um, After that, I really don't remember, of course, young, but my grandmother and my grandfather, Grayman and Ellen Boling, raised me and my brother. Cheers to that. We grew up in Elton, Louisiana. Man, it was that country life. It was the best of the fucking best. We ate our vegetables out of the garden. We killed the cow. We run the chicken neck. We killed the pig. That's how we ate. Like, it was a great come up. And I always thought that my mom had us there because of that. Like, because it was a safe place to grow up. You get them good country values, them good country morals in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always that yes, sir, no, sir, that never disrespectful to an adult. We're going to circle back to that too. Yeah, and things like that. So yeah, we grew up there. One thing my mom always did, we was kids, we always stayed fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was in a country town like Elton, so it was like every pair of J's ever came by, We had the things, man. And one thing Deborah would always do, she would always dress us nice, and she would always pretty much buy us whatever we wanted. Just gonna keep it real. Another thing too, I don't claim to be no hood nigga. I don't claim to be no gangster. I don't claim to be none of that. My mother was very well off to where she could take care of me and my brother. We might have done some stupid things back in the day that we didn't have no reason doing, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? She was always there for us when we were kids, with the good and the bad. We'll get into that later. And yeah, so after we left Elton in 1994. My grandmother Ellen died October 16th, 1994. We left Elton. We moved back to Beaumont with my mom. Mom was always around on the weekends, but we stayed in Elton. We went to school. My grandmother was like, just the nurturer, the carer, like my mama, you know what I'm saying? And so like I said, we left there. We moved to Beaumont, 1994. After my grandmother died, we started the second semester. Pulled up to Marshall Middle School in August, and my life changed. Beaumont, Texas was then, still is you hear what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how I feel about Beaumont. I had to express that for sure, for sure. I got one more place I want to express too. Uh, yeah, we moved there, and my mom met that guy. That's what I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him that guy. Well, I'm not gonna say that. Let me backtrack a second, back up a little bit. As we were living with my grandmother and my grandfather, my mom ended up getting married. She met this guy. They got together. They got married. My mother was happy. My mother was in bliss. It was always a great time in Beaumont. We traveled. We always ate nice places. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm gonna tell the real story. I'm not gonna bullshit or sugarcoat nothing. I want everybody to know that. But at one point in time, that guy, he was that guy. Like, he was fun. You know what I'm saying? We can go whatever, man. We go ride go-karts on a Tuesday. And you know what I'm saying? It was just like he was a big kid. A big kid. A big kid. And we had a great time. You know what I'm saying? And we stayed in Beaumont, and Beaumont was the best part of my life. I can honestly say that, man. I enjoyed my life from 1994 all the way up to 1990. I think it was what I left in 1997, 98, 98. Yeah. That was like some of the best years of my life. I met some of the best people in my life, and I met some of the people that wept when I told them that my mother passed, and they cried like babies because they were like her sons too. Um, I'm gonna move right along. I got key points here. I don't want to get stuck on something because I got a lot to say, so it's gonna kind of go a little fast, and then it's gonna slow down at the end because that's just like life. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we come into this world as babies and we get nurtured, and man, next thing you know, you're 10. Next thing you know, you're 20. It feels like I was just, what I'm saying, fuck at that Marshall like 3 days ago. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 42 years old, about to be 43, and man, life come at you fast. So I wanted to start good, and it's gonna end just like life. It's gonna end, and it's not gonna end well, to be honest. But whatever. And then so we left Beaumont, Texas. We moved to Abita Springs, Louisiana. Shout out Lacombe. You know what I'm saying? Fitzpatrick, back there, Filler Road by Big Lou and them. You know what I'm saying? Trey Boogie Cass, Eddie, Marcus P. Sean, rest in peace. Real talk, rest in peace. Boy, my mama loved all of y'all out there, though. Especially that old Laurent boy. That old Laurent boy, Trey, that was like her son. She loved that old boy. But we had a great time down there too. And the most vivid thing that I remember about my mother at that time was, that was our first time really living in a big home. Like, man, we had that motherfucking big 2-story Beaver Springs. We used to stay down the street from David Duke. That goes to show you how much money my mama had. Like we in a really nice neighborhood back there on Dog Pound Road. You dig what I'm saying? And yeah, so we lived back there. That was always nice. Like I said, the people was nice, the friends was nice. But the thing that I remember the most about Abita with my mama was my brother had gotten a little trouble. He was working at a grocery store, messing with this Chinese cat, and he got in a little trouble. And my mom come upstairs and told me what was going on, and said she would be right back. And I was like, well, I'm coming with you. Like, what's going on? I want to see what's going on. Nah, you don't need to go nowhere. I said, well, Ma, it's my brother. Like, I need to go. And that's when I experienced a change for myself. I was kind of handled rough, but I was supposed to be a dog. I was supposed to be a man. I was supposed to handle that. But man, sometimes when your mama tell you something, man, that it'll pause you. You know what I'm saying? That shit it'll leave you dead in your tracks. I don't care how hard you are. I don't care how big you are. I don't care what you are, man. It's something about my mama had an aura about her when we were always there, and it was a beautiful aura when it was glowing. And it got dark too, but it glowed a lot. But I'm trying to stick to the script. Let me keep pushing. But Lacombe, Louisiana, I'm out of there. Lacombe, I love y'all boys, man. Real talk, shout out. I see Palmer D down there in the comment. What up, Palmer D? Mama Nina, I see you. We'll talk later. I'm gonna respond to comments later. Yeah, so we leave there. We move back to Beaumont. Me and Billy then went to New Orleans. We used to live down there in Lacombe and Abita Springs back in 97 to 2000. So we all know what Cash Money did in 2000. We were there doing them No Limit days. We was there doing when Cash Money first came out. So we was so New Orleans at the time. You dig what I'm saying? Boy, that was some of the best times in my life too. But we ended up moving back to Beaumont. We get back to Beaumont. I changed. I started fucking up. Like I was doing stupid shit. Like I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I was angry a lot at my mom because of something that happened when I was living in the Beta and that time about how I was talked to and what I was told for the first time. And then that kind of became a regular thing. It's like, when somebody can get away with something and they see it hurt you and that's how they want to hurt you, like that's how they gonna do it. But still mama though. So I started getting in a lot of trouble, fucking around on Corley Street. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to shout out everybody's name on there. Y'all know what it is. I just Sunlight Manor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess statute limitations is up on it, so it could be what it could be. Like I told you, my mama had bread. So my mama having bread, like me and Billy, instead of we would save that allowance up and we would go and buy pints. And we would, have fun. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave that right there. But that was way back then. Grown man now. There's neither here nor there. Like I got kids out here in these streets that I'm trying to protect from people like I was back in 2000 and 2001 and 2002. You know what I'm saying? So after I felt that change in Beaumont, I sat down with my mama. I never forget this day. And I told her, I was like, Rock say going to the Navy. And she was like, well, when you leaving with him? I was like, man, I don't really know if I want to go. She was like, what you gonna do? You're not talking about going to college and your grades. You can't get no college anyway. And she wasn't lying. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. She wasn't lying. I couldn't. It was one way or no way. So we actually had a long talk. I never forget that day. My mama had took me by Aunt Erica's house. I'm sorry. She took me by her friend's house, and we sat there. I never forget. She used to have this white house, and there was like the driveway would go up to the front door, and we were sitting out there. And we came back, and she was like, "That's how I feel like you're gonna be something different and you're gonna change your life is if you go get some structure and discipline in the military. And we sat in the car for a minute. She talked to me in that driveway. I think she had an Acura back there, or maybe that Volvo. I can't remember what it was. But we sat there for a little while. And I remember pulling off and across the street from my mama friend, one of my partners, RV. I'm gonna say that. He know who he is. He stayed right across the street. So I got to get out the car, kick it with him for a second, and then I promised I got back in that car and I told my mama, I said, "All right, I'm gonna go to the Navy." And she was like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Navy." And she she ain't cried, but she just had that look on her face like she was excited I had made a decision. So bam, I'm out of there. I go to the Navy, have a great motherfucking time. Yeah, and I'm gonna leave that there. But my biggest blessing out of the Navy was my son, Amari Boling. And I'm gonna say my kid's name, boy, because if you want to sue me, you can sue me. Uh yeah, so I had my first biggest blessing of my life. Um, I was going through a rough patch at that time. I wasn't the best person in the world. Uh, I let my family down. I let my son's mother down. I let her family down. Like, like I told y'all, I'm finna be honest here. It ain't gonna be no sugarcoat shit. I'm gonna tell you what's real about myself too. So, um, yeah, I let a lot of people down with it, but I came home. I moved back home. Everything was cool, but then it was a lot of anger and hostility at me. So that's when it became, you ain't gonna. I don't care if you working. I don't care if you know. You need to go down there with your people down there in Louisiana. And I'm like, shit. I had a little job at Ab Clean over there in Pasadena. And I was like, man, I'm just gonna stick around here. And then I mess around, I lose the job, mess around. I ain't gonna even say, but I just lost the job. So I had no choice. I moved to Elton. I go down there, and it was real tough for me down there when I first got down there. Like, my daddy was on my back. Like, I'm talking about, like, boy, you finna get out here and scrub every brick every day on the house and count them as you scrubbing them type shit. Like, it was really like that. And I'm fresh home from the military, and my mind ain't right though, because like I was going through something real heavy on me. You know what I'm saying? But I pushed through. Uh, and I started working down there, whatever case may be. And but the killer part about it was me and Mama was staying in touch though. Like, she was calling like at least every other day, or she was shooting me a text and seeing what's going on. So and then was the days when she was like really proud that I was really trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I do that, and then I got my second greatest blessing. My son Derrick. You know what I'm saying? So now I got D. Everything was great with that. I got to be in his life 24/7, thank God. Um, Not as much for my oldest son. Uh, I really I fucked that up, and I've been trying to recover from it, but you're gonna figure it out here in a minute why I can't recover from it. And it's pretty much been like that for the last 15, probably 16 years. Um, so I had Darian. I'm living in Louisiana. Everything's going all right. I'm surviving. I'm doing my thing. MLK came. Everybody on H time doing their thing, and me, my partner Davis, and my other partner Big Lil G. You know what I'm saying? And Gary. We come down here and man, we pull up. I swear I can't make this story up, bro. I want to drop their names, but I'm not gonna drop their name. But they know this is real. Like literally, we get on scene. We come all the way from Elton, mind you. We come all the way from Elton. We get all the way to MLK. I'm talking about we exit MLK. When we exit MLK, we bust the left. We go underneath the freeway. soon as we come there by that Tim and Chan's and that gas station, I put in the gas station. So when I put in the gas station, I called my brother. And you know what I'm saying? Like that's when, I found out that he had, got into an altercation out there and it ended up, being something that pretty was, it was eye opening. And so when I hear this is going on, you know what I'm saying, I automatically, the first thing I say is, okay, bam, I got to get up off of here. I know where everybody going. Everybody going to my mama house. So let me go check on my brother because now I know they got him. So let's go to my mama house. So we get to my mama house. My brother get there. We're not going to talk about that. And then what I got there. And that guy was outside and messing with the horses or whatever, and feeding the horses. Or he really just trying to play it off on the cool though, cause he was scared. But my first reaction was to go to my brother's car. We all know why I went to my brother's car. I removed it. He come home. Of course, he see me. He ready, like it's whatever. Like let's go back. Like rah 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 rah. And my mama was in the house the whole time. I never seen her yet. She was in there the whole time. Like I never knew she was in the house because I'm outside talking to that guy and my guys. And she come out that door. Man, I still could see it, bro. Like she come out that door. She walk out that garage like a mad woman because she knew he was outside because somebody must have called her. He hadn't called her. I don't know what it was. And my mama walked out that garage. She looked me dead in my eyes and she was like, "What the fuck you doing here?" Like, damn. I thought this was your house. I thought you, my mama, like, I thought, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Like, threw me for a loop. Like, it was insane. But shout out to one of her friends. I'm gonna call her Miss Magnolia. She really brought me back down to earth that night. I know she remembered it. Like I told you, what I'm telling you is gonna be no lies. I know you remember that. I'm pretty sure you're watching too, and if you're not, I know you're gonna you're gonna watch it eventually. But yeah, but it's okay. There's no reason to tell. No reason at all no more. That goes for anybody else I'm gonna speak about. Not just you. I love you. So after that, I did what Derrick do best. I ghosted her. And when I say I ghosted her for years. Like that hurt me because I felt like I couldn't go home no more. I felt like that wasn't the place for me anymore. And it was deeper than that. Like I felt that way because, man, let me tell y'all a quick other story. I don't want to go too far backwards, but man, I came home from the Navy, right? I ain't tell nobody I was coming home. I just popped up. So I know I'm finna be in Houston for a minute. So I flew in with this guy off the boat, and we were just gonna eat and have a couple drinks, and then because my mama stayed like she had 20 minutes from the airport, like she lived right down the street from me in Continental. So it was like we're gonna chill. So I called. No, I take that back. I'm sorry. It was gonna take her about an hour to get there. So I call her. She don't answer the phone. So I keep calling again, and I was like, "Hey, where you at?" And she was like, "It was loud." So she was like, "I'm gonna call you back," and I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I'm thinking she's gonna go outside, come back. She never called me back. So now I rented a car. And hey, hey boy, I'm telling you, hey Big Mike, I see you down there, baby. I'm finna tell this about you, really. I rent a car, and I'm fresh out of boot camp. I'm fresh home from A school. You know what I'm saying? I rent a car because she ain't answer the phone. I got bread. I'm fresh home. I ain't really spun a dime. You know what I'm saying? Just clubbing and shit like that out there in Chicago and VA, but. I get home. I drive anyway. I get to rent a car. I shoot the Beaumont. When I left to go to the military, I was living at 7708 Reno, no 6970 Reno Circle Drive, Beaumont, Texas. You can Google it, goddamn me. 6970 Reno Circle, Beaumont, Texas. I lived there. And when I came home, I rented that car. I drove all the way to Beaumont. Mind you, I had been gone like 6 months. I drive all the way to Beaumont. I get to the house, I put in the driveway, I see his truck. I say, shit, that guy got him a nice truck now. Like, I like that. Like, I'm in my mind, shit, I'm finna go drive it tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I knock on the door, and a white man and this lady answer the door. And I'm looking like, what? Who are you? Like, is my mom here? And they was like, your mom. And mind you, I'm in my military outfit. I'm in my dress blue, so they're not spooked. They're not scared because I got my sea bag on my back. You know what I'm saying? And I told him that guy was like, man, your mom sold us this house like 2 months ago, and she moved. And I was like, she moved? And he was like, yeah, you haven't talked to her? I was like, no, I'm trying to surprise her. My mama then picked up and moved to New Canaan and didn't say shit, didn't tell me nothing, didn't none of the above. So when she moved to New Canaan, and so anyway, I leave Beaumont. I'm hot. I'm fish grease. No, I take that back. I didn't leave. I went by Big Mike. I went by, yeah, he on here. I went by Big Mike crib. And man, everybody was happy to see me. We had a good time. Big Mike, I know you remember that. Mama Nina, I know you remember that too. They was like the first people I had saw. And then shit, I jumped in that car. I drove to New Canaan. And man, I pulled up. It was late at night, but I was so proud of her, but I was pissed, but I was proud because I was like, damn, man. Like, my mama had like at least 7, 8 acres out there, you know what I'm saying? Nice farmhouse, got like, like, man, damn, but it's like you couldn't tell me. Like, I was upset because you didn't tell me you moved. Like, we've been writing each other letters, and I call you on Sundays, and you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all didn't tell me I moved, but cool. So I go in the crib, she's showing me around, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, boom, boom, boom. I go to my brother's room, I look at my brother's room, all his shit for Beaumont in his room. I'm like, okay, cool, you know what I'm saying? I go to the guest room, it ain't a trace of me in that motherfucker. It's like I didn't even exist no more. But I got past that. We had a good time. That's when we ended up, and I went back after that. But let me get back on subject. I just wanted to jump off for a second. Back to where I said I ghosted her back. I ghosted her for a while because it's like in my life, I thrived better when me and my mama was at odds, and that might sound crazy. It's like when I wouldn't be around her, I'd be up. Like, I'd be up. Like, I'm talking about I'm making 40, $45 an hour. This 15, 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything was like, man, every fucking thing. Like, it was up, it was stuck, it was great. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. But after that, we linked back up in 2022. My oldest son graduated high school out there in Virginia. That was a great trip. My son Darian played FBU football, so he got a chance to go visit Wake Forest. We did that shit on the way. Mama got to get down and see it. That was cool. I got so many pictures from my mom. I got so many I won't ever share, but like I shared a couple of them off of it though. And I thought that shit was pretty cool. But yeah, and let me see. Yeah, so we go up there, have a good time. We come back home, and it's like 2 weeks later, it was nothing again. It was like crickets. I'm texting, no response. I'm calling, ain't getting nothing. So I feel like I guess that's what I done created. I guess that's what you're used to. So I'm gonna fall back again. It's no big deal. I mean, I'm surviving. I'm actually doing okay at this point in time. Um, I got this notated. My mom passed. I went through our text messages. Like, I went all the way back, like, to I think this phone. I got this phone back in 2021, and it's like it didn't take me far to scroll. So I counted from 2021 to 2026. My mama and me texted 87 times, and 61 of them texts was from me. But that's my mama though. I love her. Real nigga shit. Real nigga shit. Um, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit because, like I told you, it you know, we always were apart more than we were together. I think that was the problem too because she didn't know who I was. She wanted me to be what she knew. She didn't want me to change. She didn't want me to be nothing else. Uh, just being honest, I'm not bashing her. I'm just telling y'all my story. Um, yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. Now I'm finna give y'all the tea y'all been looking for. We're gonna go ahead and talk about this funeral. We're finna talk about the last thing I gotta talk about, and I want to bring my guys on. I'm not gonna hawk on this too much because we got some legal stuff going on, and I'm still gonna tell the story. I'm gonna omit names. I have the footage in two different angles. And so let's get into it. Um, Probably about a year ago, I forgot. I think it was like October sometime. Get a phone call from I'm gonna call him supposed to be brother. That's his name, supposed to be. And I don't mean no harm, but supposed to be. But so supposed to be called me and was like, "Hey man, you need to call and check on your mama." And I was like, "What you talking about?" And he was like, "Man, your mama in the hospital, bro, and it ain't looking too good." And I'm like, "It's October, about a year ago." And I'm like, "All right, well, what's up? Like, tell me something." He was like, "Man, I really don't have no info on it, but you need to call your mama." And I'm like, "All right, cool, bro, bet." And I told that boy, supposed to be, I told you, bro, like you always lit my world up, G, because it was something about you that was different. You know what I'm saying? Like I vibed with all of them. I vibed with the other one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and the other one after that, all of them. I vibed with them all, but it was something about you, G, that really like me and my brother both took a shine into you, and you hurt my feelings. But it's okay. We'll get to that later. Um, but yeah, so he called me, told me what was going on. So my first reaction is I call her phone. I call her phone, of course, and I'm not even thinking. And I thought about it. I was like, why would she answer the phone, stupid? Like Uncle Irvin called me. No, I called my Uncle Irvin. When I called my Uncle Irvin, he tell me, boy, I'm on I-10 right now. I'm doing 100 miles an hour, crossing the state line. As soon as I get there and I find out what's going on, I'm going to let you know. Shout out, because he did. He kept it 1,000 funky every second of the way. Thank you, Unc. Real talk. And so he get there, he tell us what's going on. Now, mind you, me and my brother don't know nothing. I didn't know she had cancer. I didn't know how bad it was, stage 4. I'm like, this has to be known for a while. You know what I'm saying? And me and my brother, we didn't know. But the one thing about my mom, though, she was a private person. You dig? But damn, man, like we ain't know. But moving right along. Uh, I want to ask a question here, and I want to paint. Now I'm finna start painting a picture of what I've been dealing with for the past 30-something years. I'm finna give you the true colors of a man that I'm gonna say it like this: he a good nigga. He a family man. He a he a good homeboy. He a good everything else to the rest of the world. But that boy failed as a father, and I don't too much blame him, but then I do because you know that guy don't have kids. You know what I'm saying? And it was always something about that guy that made me feel some type of way because it was to the point where I'm losing my mama. And it's like I know it ain't cause of her because man, I remember them days back in the 80s and back in the 90s, boy, mama doing this, doing that, and it's like this guy came and man, life it was sweet at first and then it just got real sour. It got real sour real quick. But as a man, as a father, as a friend, a cousin, or whatever, just as a man in general, I'm speaking to all the men out there right now. Like, what type of man would you be if you bring it home? You know, like you working, you paying bills, you taking care of your family, you doing woo 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 woo. What kind of man? All that shit you doing don't mean nothing. Or what kind of man would you be if your wife ain't speaking to her children? Cause see, a real man, bro, a real man wouldn't even allow that. I got Molly downstairs right now making steak and potato bushes. You know, she probably gonna bring it up here in a minute. But right now, if she beefed out with her daughter, I guarantee if I got to fly to Florida here, whatever I gotta do to have that sit down, man, we not gonna have it. Cause if you beefing with your daughter like that, then shit, what are we doing? Like you gave that life. See what I'm saying? But I've said it once before and I'm gonna say it again. You know, women don't marry men that ain't got no fucking cheering and you got babies. That man ain't gonna understand what it is to be a father. I promise you, he won't. Some will. I can't say all because I didn't see it happen, but it's like, that's because that man couldn't have children, though. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be, but it's like, I don't know. But that guy coerced my mother, and that's what I believe in my heart, to take my seed, my son, and create it as his. I got a son, Amari. Like I told y'all, I fucked up, right? I was the worst nigga back then. I was shit. I was I was less than shit because of the shit that I was doing. You know what I'm saying? But while I was fucked up, that was their chance to step in and take what was mine. But at the end of the day, you feel like, okay, I'm slacking. My mama gonna help. Like she, what I'm saying? She pumping out some cash. She keeping everything afloat. But it's me, young minded. She keeping everything afloat. You know what I'm saying? Everything cool. But at the end of the day, they getting like this, and I'm getting like this. And then it come to a point to when my son was living down in Florida, and I went to my mama's house. That guy had just got off work, and he was outside messing with them horses. I asked him politely to come in the house. He come in the crib. I tell them both, I'm doing better now. I'm doing good. Like I need y'all to I've been trying to reach out to my son, and I'm not getting no response. Because my fault on that Eve too. But I'm like, be the grandparent, like, man, tell her, what I'm saying? Like, have my son call me. Like, I want to talk to my son, like, what I'm saying? But even though I'm messed up, it should like a real parent is gonna make sure that me and my son have a relationship. Man, if my son, what I'm saying, like if that was the difference or whatever, it's like I don't know, man. Amari, if you ever watch this, bro, it's okay to love your papa. It's okay to love that guy. Real talk. Because at the end of the day, that guy was there for you. Really, I mean, not even just financially. He was there for you emotionally, physically, everything. But son, I've been trying my best the past 16 years. You're 22. You're about to be 22. 23. 22. So, see what I'm saying? But anyway, I tried, G. I really did. Like I was just met with so much animosity, and the reason I say I was met with so much animosity, Uncle Irvin, I'm sorry, bro. I told you I was gonna get on here tonight, and I was gonna tell my story. And I'm not trying to paint my mother out to be a bad person. I'm not trying to paint my mother out to be less than the queen that she was. But when we had that sit down in the house that day, my mother, I told her, I said, hey man, I want to be in the Mario life. Like, help me out. Like, do what we got to do. My mama looked me dead in my eyes. And my mama told me, that's his son now. Why you can't just let that go? Like, I can't give him no kid, and you know what I'm saying? Like, let him, just let him do that. Let him, it's okay. Like, we got this. We've been doing this. We've been doing it. Like, you just fall back. Don't worry about that boy. We got that boy. And it was like they kept my kid in a chokehold, but they couldn't see it. He couldn't see it. His mama couldn't see it. Because at the end of the day, there's one thing that my mother and that God did well. They paid their way. They bought friends. They bought friendships. Of course, it doesn't matter because she, you know what I'm saying? Like, she had it and she didn't mind. If she loved you and she fooled with you, she didn't mind breaking bread. She ain't mind, you know what I'm saying, putting it out there for you, even if it's to invest, whatever it may be, because I promise you, all of them benefited off of it. Boy, if I could really say some names of some people, or the loans, and a few of them that wasn't paid back. You know what I'm saying? From that guy and his supporting cast. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna jump back off that. Mario, I love you. Um, I'm here, dude. I promise when you come see me, I got something real good for you. It was great to see you at the funeral. Y'all, I seen my son at the funeral, my mom's funeral. That boy was in his Air Force outfit, looking stellar. You dig what I'm saying? That boy was out there. I'm talking about super crispy. And yeah, man, and I got to embrace him. But the highlight of that was I got to see my boys hug. And like my youngest boy was just so happy, like, and he told me after all that crazy shit went on, we was in else, and he was like, man, I was nervous when I seen my brother. And I was like, what you nervous for? And he was like, man, because I've been wanting to see him. I'm so happy. I was like, it's cool. Whatever. I guess it's all right to be nervous, G, because it's your blood, it's your brother. But I'm off it now, son. I'm gonna leave that alone. Let me go ahead and wrap this up. My mother died May 28th, 2026. It was around 4 something in the afternoon. And I got a phone call. I was on my way back from Bryan, Texas. I was on the job out there. I was trying my best to get there. I couldn't get there on time. Fucking the woes of being a business owner. But by the time I made it, she was gone. I went and I saw my mom. I pretty much put it to bed then, and I left. I get home the next day. Here y'all go. Y'all want the tea? Here it come. I get home, man. My wife cooked me something I didn't want to eat. I couldn't sleep. Man, you know what I did though? I literally like cleaned my whole house like 10 times. You know why? Because that's my goddamn mama. That's her all day long. That woman got a damn stool right by the goddamn sink with fresh dishwater in. And as soon as you drop a spoon there, she cleaning it and putting it away. All her life, that woman been like that. Like, it's never been a dirty dish in the sink in my house, ever. You hear what I'm saying? If she let two of them get there, the woman is upset. Like, that's how she rock and roll. And I did that shit. I did that shit for like 2 days. And then I get a call. Mind you, I just lost my mama 2 days ago. I get a phone call from somebody I hold near and dear to me, and he say, "Hey man," he called me something else, but he said, "Hey man, I gotta, what you doing?" And we got to talking, and he was like, I knew he had something serious to ask me because I know my people, I know him very well, and he was like, man, I got a question to ask you. And I'm like, what's up? And he was like, they want to know, is it okay to put your son Darian and his sister Lyric in the obituary? Man, if y'all could have seen how I looked at that phone, like at that point in time, my feelings was hurt all the way around the table from I don't know why, but I really channeled it towards him first because I was like, you supposed to be this to me. This to me. Blood. You should have nipped that in the bud when they asked you that question. Why am I getting called and asked if my children, my mother's grandkids, blood, can is it okay if we put their name in the obituary? I knew the shit show was beginning then. Y'all stay with me. Come on. Come on. Hold on a second. See what I told y'all? I told y'all my wife is down there making steak and potatoes. Hold on a second. You ain't got to run from the cabin, girl. You live here too now. Thank you, baby. Yeah. But anyway, thank you, love you. But yeah. Anyway, man, I lost my train of thought. So anyway, I'm gonna get this jump into the funeral. We get to the funeral. Damn, I just lost my train of thought. That fucking plate of food just. We get to the church house. Me and my brother, we actually rode down there together. Cause you know what I'm saying, we needed like, man, hey, shout out to my brother. Bro, I love where we been the past couple weeks with each other, how we leaning on each other, how we there for each other. Like, I love you, boy. I promise you, because it's like, nah, it's really me and you against the world. We used to say that shit all the time. But it's like, it's true now, bro. So let's just keep leaning on each other, man, and let's just keep doing what we doing, and let's just keep being who we are, man, and better ourselves, G. But anyway, so I ride down there with my brother. Let's see what your ass. I ride down there with him. We having a good time. And I won't forget it. We was getting in the sofa on I-10. And he say, bro, we're going to go down here this weekend. We ain't going to rah-rah. We ain't going to cause no ruckus. We finna go put our mama in the ground. And we finna go celebrate her life for us. Now, mind you, I already got the obituary. I'm gonna circle back to the obituary shit because I want to keep my path of train of thought on this one. Yeah, so he said it. We both agree to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really setting that shit in stone. Like, at the end of the day, it's a time and a place for everything. He got kids, I got kids. So, you know, the best thing for us to do was just go there with a level head. Go there and uh put our mama away respectfully. And it was funny because my uncle called me, Irvin, and was like, man, y'all gonna be all right. I said, yeah, you gonna be all right. Cause man, my Uncle Irvin was like my mom's best friend. That's why, you know, we talk like they really was like they wasn't brother and sister, they were best friends. Like they best friends. But yeah, he was like, y'all gonna be all right. I said, yeah, man, we're gonna be all right. You gonna be all right? He was like, yeah, I'm gonna be all right. He was like, I just need y'all to be cool this weekend. And I told him to play. I said, Unc, we ain't going down there with that bullshit. We done already talked. I know me and you talked the other day. Like, you know what I'm saying? We cool, we good. My brother get on the phone, he confirm it. Good. Straight. Like I ain't gonna say he believed us, but he knew that there was hope. So we get to the funeral. My cousin Huggy was out there. I'm gonna say his name. My Uncle Jerry was out there. I'm gonna say his name. Chopper was out there. I'm gonna say his name. I got to talking with them all in the parking lot. because I'm feeling some type of way. Like I had bad anxiety in the church. Like my heart felt like it was about to jump out my chest. Like I felt like I felt like my shit was caving in on me. And um, we walk in. I couldn't walk all the way in, and my brother was like, "Boy, get your shit together. Like the longer you stand here, the more people gonna walk up on you. The more people gonna, you know what I'm saying, hold us up from getting in there. You know what I'm saying? Like let's just go get it over with." And I told my brother, and he could attest to this. I was like, "Bro, I got to be by my side. Like I need you right now. Like I need you to." I need you to be by my side. So he was like, okay, cool. So we walk in there together, people speaking from my side of the family, that guy's side of the family. It was like red alert. I didn't pay it no mind, but my peripherals are everything. And we walk in, we stand in line. There was a lady in a black dress in front of us, and then there was another lady in a white dress that was at the casket. And I'm trying to get my stuff together. I'm trying to I feel like I'm sweating. My palms is leaking. Like it was like a sticky situation. And my brother walked up there by himself. He got his time, and after he got his time, when I went to walk up, this lady cut me off, and I wasn't mad because I wasn't ready. I was actually glad she cut me off, to be honest with you, because I wasn't ready. And so I back up. I let her do her thing. She didn't stay long. I walked up. I saw my mama laying there. I paid my respects. I told her that my grandmother always told me that when it rains at funerals, God is washing away all their sins. So I told my mama that. And I walked away and I was good. And so as I turn around, I see that guy and my brother's kids and my older son, they all standing up. And I see my brother sitting down. So I'm like, what up, bro? Like, what's going on? Like, why everybody's like, what's up? And he was like, man, not loud, not screaming, in the most monotone voice ever. My brother say, man, this man just told me that we can't sit on the front row at our own mama funeral. And I say, huh? He say, I got laughed about it. Now he say, man, he looked at me dead by eyes like I didn't hear him. He say, man, do you know that this man just told me that I can't sit on the front row at my mama funeral? I say, hey, bro. Now at this point, as I'm walking up to my brother talking to him, my Uncle Urban come around. Hey, y'all come here. So, we ain't about that bullshit this weekend. So he's like, y'all sit in my seat right here, second row. That shit hurt me to my core. But you know what? I want to get this shit over with. I just want to put my mom in the ground. Whatever happens the next day, happen. So, we sit down and I focused on my mama for a minute. And when they closed that casket, that was tough as fuck. I'm gonna be honest with y'all though. Like that guy, I literally watched him the whole funeral. And I know people was watching me mug him the whole funeral. But for the life of me, I kept looking at him and I kept thinking to myself, what type of man, call himself a man, would allow the things to go on in your household that you got going on in your household when it comes to your wife and her children? I didn't think one evil thought in the church. I want one. But I watched him because I wanted to see how he grieved it. I wanted to see how much he was hurt behind the last 30 years of his life and going as far as not letting me and my brother sit on the front row right there 10 seconds ago. As my mother laying in the casket, like, I. Anyway, I just don't understand people, man. My saying last weekend was simply this: I just don't understand how people don't know what a motherfucker would do behind his mama. That shit scares me that people don't know what a nigga would do behind his mama. Cause it's insane. But anyway, back to the funeral. Uh, After they closed the casket, I think everybody got up and was doing some little hugs and stuff like that. And shout out to Keith. Well, shout out to Keith. I'm gonna say Keith. Uh, Thanks for hugging my son. Because only 3 people acknowledged him. Thanks for hugging him. And he had to ask me, who was the lady in the pink dress with the trees? I was like, yeah, that's that Keith. She hugged me because he remembered everybody because it wasn't many. Yeah, and my son wasn't allowed to sit on the front row either with the rest of the grandkids. He was never invited. So, he felt like if his daddy couldn't sit on the front row, I guess he sat on the second row with his dad. Oh man, let me tell y'all about that church before we walk out of here. The service is going on, and I'm beat on that guy. And the preacher catch my ear for a second and say, I want everybody to pray for Brother Pat. I remember every word, I swear to God, because I was listening, but I was focused. He said, I want to pray for Deacon Skinner. I want to pray for that guy and his family and his brothers and sisters and his nieces and his nephews and his whole family, Lord. And it was crazy because me and my brother looked at each other at the same time. And then when I looked at my brother, I turned and I looked at my uncle at the same time. And we was like, well, damn, that's all she had. And I'm not going to say that's what my uncle was thinking. I'm not going to put I know what me and my brother was thinking. I'm not going to put no words in my uncle mouth. So that was crazy. And it's that kind of blew me out of proportion. But that just goes to show you because of who he was at that particular church. They rode with him. They actually stuck by his side. They actually took up for him because when my brother was told that he couldn't sit on the front row, it was by 2 other deacon friends of his, and they told them that he could either sit on the second row or he could leave. So we sat on the second row. Anyway, let's get done with that. I said the little church name because that shit was crazy to me. Like, I couldn't believe it. It was like the only time me and my brother was acknowledged throughout the whole service is when they read the obituary. I think that he said pray for us one time. But it's like people forget, like, yeah, my mother was married and I know what the Bible says and I know what it's supposed to be, but you've only endured that for 30 years. I've endured that for 42. I've been here since the jump street. For you, I should be included because that was my mama. That was my T. Jones. So anyway, funeral procession over. They go to wheel my mama out. When they wheeling my mom out, that guy gets up. He walks down the aisle. He got my brother kids and my oldest son right behind him. One of them right on side of him in his arms. And we walk out the church. When we walk out the church, they had two sets of doors. I know. I promise you, this shit is burned in my brain for the rest of my life. It was two sets of doors. Doors to the left and doors to the right. So my brother, that guy, had the doors to the left. I saw that they had the pallbearers lined up next to the hearse. And they were getting ready to put her in, but it was to the door. Like if I'd have walked out of the door to the right, like that, I would have been right there to watch her being put in the hearse. So as I walk out that right door, I don't even hear nothing at first. I just look up because now I'm looking for, well, to be honest with you, I was looking for my oldest son, but I just so happened to see my brother because I wanted my youngest son to go over there and have a conversation with his brother, just go talk to him. So that's what I was looking for. And when I look over there, I see my brother, like literally, like I'm telling y'all, man, like I'm so proud of my brother, man, because a lot of you motherfuckers know my brother, and I'm telling you, man, y'all gonna be proud of this nigga in the next 5 minutes. I'm gonna wrap this shit up. But yeah, so he whispered in his ear, he was like, you see that what you got in front of you? You're gonna have to answer for that. Like, what you did today was wrong. Like, you're gonna have to answer for that. And he turns around, like throwing his arms, like, motherfucker, you better get the fuck away from me. Like loud screaming, right? Like inciting a riot. At that point, I'm coming through the door now because when he screamed, I come through the door because now I'm trying to get to my brother because there's a crowd of people out there, and the crowd of people is that guy's people. So, bam, I get to my brother. I'm like, man, what's going on? What happened? Like, what you say? So my brother like this here. It's on camera. You're going to see it. He just like this here, like, okay, Deacon. Okay, Deacon. You know what I'm saying? He backed up. Like, he literally has hands up in the air. He backed up. So whenever he backed up, me and him together now. We standing next to each other. We standing next to each other. And it's about 30 people in front of us screaming and yelling. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. There was at least a good 20, 30 people in front of us screaming and yelling. We were gonna die. We fucked up. It was like, I mean, like you name it, they was really like these people these people tried to provoke us. And I'm gonna tell you why I feel like we were trying to be provoked. So as we got our back up against this car, me and my brother pretty much pinned in the corner. There's like 25, 30 people in front of us. They all screaming and yelling, top of their lungs. Top of their lungs. You dig what I'm saying? So when they scream at top of their lungs, I unbutton my jacket. You know what I'm saying? But I'm really just because I got this fucking suit coat on. I got to get this suit coat off. Boy, this motherfucker tight. I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't move. So I just unbutton it. I ain't even, but I really got it just sitting on my shoulder. So all I got to do is just this and it was going to come out. But anyway, I just lean back on the car. And it's like when I lean back on the car, I put my hand to see if it was an emblem on the car, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? And man, that guy's family member, she looked me dead in my eyes, yo. And she screamed at the top of her lungs, he got a gun. He got a gun. Now at this point, my old lady, she was like, oh no, babe, we gotta go. She know it. So you know what I'm saying? I'm telling her it's okay, we good, you know, like whatever the case may be. I'm stalling the situation, but the only person I'm talking to is her. I ain't talking to nobody else but my old lady. That's it. And my son is on. I didn't say 10 words at the fucking funeral. So as they rumbling after she say that she said I had a gun, now I'm focused on her. I'm watching her because I thought that was, you know what I'm saying, even though I don't mess with her, I don't fool with her. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, but just for you to do some blatant shit like that, like you gonna like literally yell out, you got a gun, because what if one of your uncles would have had a gun? And just by you hollering, I had a gun, your uncle would have pulled that gun and your uncle would have smoked me and I ain't had no gun on me. But you don't care about life. And I'm about to show you that you don't care about life. Now, as this shit going on, I'm focused on her. I'm seeing what's going on, but I'm focused on her. So I broke my focus for just a second because supposed to be was mad at me. Supposed to be wanted to fight me. Like he trying to get through the crowd, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just standing there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm looking at him like he fucked me up. And I told him, I looked him dead in his eye and I was like, supposed to be, bro, you hurt my feelings, bro. Like I loved you, boy. Like I loved you like I love my brother. Like that's how deep it was supposed to be. Cause when people had turned their back on supposed to be too at one time. Supposed to be was over there with me and my brother a lot. But that's why we love you, boy. Anyway, he trying to fight me. So I look back at her because I see he just trying, but he ain't doing nothing. Because I mean, if I want to get to somebody and I want to get to him, I'm gonna punish what's trying to hold me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah. So after that, I focused my attention back on her. When I focused my attention back on her, listen. My mama dead and gone. I put my hand everything. I watched her do this, like she was standing there. And when I put my eyes back on, this is what she did. And when she did that, I peeked around, and then I see her son. And when I see her son, I'm not worried about that. Like, boy, whatever you're going to give me, I'm going to eat that, and I'm going to punish everybody else out here because I can't do nothing to you because you're 17 years old. But peep game, everybody, she do like this, right? So when she do like this, I'm watching her. Now I'm scanning the crowd. So then I look up and I hear my brother say, "Oh, nah, Lil, when you ain't gonna do it like that, like, nah, this grown folk business, like, you need to back up." So he tried to sneak me. So when he tried to sneak me, my brother like grabbed him. You know what I'm saying? So when my brother grabbed him, he hold on to him, and that's when he told me, he was like, "Hey, youngster, like, boy, nigga, that ain't even for you." You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to back up. Because this kid got a future. I'm gonna tell y'all about that too, but I can't tell you about it, but it sucks what them people doing and how they raising these children. Lord have mercy, because that boy got a bright fucking future. You dig what I'm saying? And he throwing it away behind his fucking mama. Straight up. Because there's no way in hell I'm going to have mine doing no shit like that. No way, no sir, no how. So anyway, my brother, when he pushed him back, he didn't push him back. He really just moved his arm. And when he moved his arm, he turned around, and I turned around, and I looked. Who am I looking at? Who I told y'all I've been watching. The person that told me screaming I got a gun, I'm watching that person. That person come across with a right. And I see her swinging, but my brother turned around, and when brother turned around, like she literally, like as soon as he turned around, she bam, hit him right there in the mouth. Man. My motherfucking heart almost jumped out of my motherfucking chest because I feel like life was over. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. At that moment in my time, I promise you, I felt like life was over. Because if anybody knows my brother, they know that it was nowhere in hell anybody was going to get away with punching him in the mouth. No way possible. And you know what my brother did? My brother stood there and ate that shit. And he told her, "You got me." But it was so funny, though, because when she hit him, though, and I turn around and I look at them, because now it's like, I'm not going to, my brother one got to pop. Like, you got hit, pop. When you pop, I pop. Goddamn, we're going to defend ourselves. We're not going to start shit, but we're going to defend ourselves. So he didn't even defend himself. Like, he literally just like, "Yeah, you got that." And he turned around. And when he turned around, it was like, bam, nah. But it's crazy because when she hit him and everybody seen that he got hit, I'm gonna tell you how raw it is with my brother. They could talk that shit if they want to. When that girl hit my brother, they all took about 4 steps back. The whole fucking crowd took about 4, 5 steps back. Bullshit you not, because they knew it was it. Like we done done it. We antagonized. We got it where we want them. Now we finna go out here like fucking savages, like fucking animals at my fucking $1 million mother funeral. Damn, black people. That shit that was so out of line. Like we was threatening that if we didn't lead a funeral, we was gonna be arrested. All the fucking TikTok I watch, I'm waiting on the cops to roll up on me with no bullshit. You better get your sergeant out here, sir. Now. Yes, straight up. I ain't selling for nothing, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, they told us that, like, I think that facility was not of God. I felt like that facility was a facade of friends. Because to me, nothing about that whole situation said it was the right thing to do. From the obituary all the way down to the burial. It wasn't the right thing to do. So, proud of my brother for being a real man. And, you know, it was so crazy because when I finally got to the car, it took me about 10 minutes to walk. Because when you tell me you calling the police, now I'm waiting on them. Because I don't know who you think I am, sir. I'm not fucking a felon. I ain't none of the above. There's nothing that man could do to me that what you think he gonna take me to jail? You think I got a record long as Canal Street? I got one, but it ain't long as Canal Street. Like, I don't know what they thought. But anyway, when I pull out of there, we leave. We got calls saying that if we went to the graveyard, we was gonna get murked. And what the other word that boy said? Oh, that boy say. That boy told me he was gonna shoot me in the head and pull my tongue through my neck, cartel style, nigga. You hear what I'm saying? Little bit boy, little bit one. And I just ate that shit, whatever the case may be, because you know I heard that they was out in my neighborhood. Saying tonight, but man, my day was so fucked up. I went to bed early. Me and my brother drank a half a gallon of Crown between the two of us, and we passed the fuck out. Like we was done by 10 o'clock. Thank God, because if we'd have went up there, Jesus Christ, that whole weekend was just how it was supposed to be. I think God played the biggest role in this whole weekend that just passed because everything was just like it was supposed to be. The truth was supposed to come out about how we all felt about each other. The truth was supposed to come out to the people that thought you was just this, that, or the other. Which you were. I'm talking about my mama. My mama was. Y'all got me fucked up. My mama was. But that's that. I'm about to end this shit right now, man. I'm an hour and fucking 18 minutes in. Man, don't pray for us, but wish us well, man. Like, I'm on fucking podcast spilling my guts right now, but I feel like I'm hurt. I feel like my mama, I didn't get to fully finish the journey with her. So I just feel like this was the way. Because I felt like what happened should be exposed. I feel like what happened should never happen to nobody, man. Man, nobody shouldn't do no bullshit like that. Like, nobody. Nobody at all. My bad, my wife. Yeah. All right. So, I'm about to bring my guys on. Thank y'all for being my therapist today. I'm gonna have to call. I'm gonna have to call Miss Samantha and tell her I might not need to see her in 2 weeks. I might have to go ahead and just schedule my shit for July. I feel better now. Like I feel like the world knows that my mother was a great mother. I'm not gonna sit here and take anything from her. It's just that her love for her guy was her love for her guy, and it was for her guy only, and that's okay. That's cool. God gonna make it right. He always do. So I'm gonna bring my guys on. If y'all can hear me, man, y'all come on, jump on, bro. Let's go ahead and get a couple topics out the way real fast. If y'all want to, man, please stick around. Be my guys, the creators of all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like all the guys that put this shit together, and whatever the case may be. Like, yeah, check them out. Whenever they jump in, they'll jump in. I know they watching. Comment real fast. These nigga bullshit. All right, well, they might not come on. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna go ahead and end this shit. See what's going on in my motherfucking household. What's up? All right, so I'm signing off, man. Love you guys, man. Like I say, man, wish me and my brother well. Also, before I leave, I'm gonna say this to that guy. May God give you everything you're looking for, G. Real talk. I pray you get a. I don't know, bro. I don't know him to tell you right now, man. Like, bro, you are amazing, G. But good Lord, don't sleep. Life gonna come at you real fast, bro. Real fast, man. And I hope you get everything that you can get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, I hope you can go out there and make a kid for yourself, man. And that way you can leave a legacy and possibly leave mine alone. You know what I'm saying? And then, be there for mine, but I doubt just can I have some time? Like God never let me and you meet again. It ain't no anger, no hostility, no. I just would like to stay as far away from you as possible, G. If I could move to Bangkok, Thailand, I would, because I promise you, if I didn't have my baby girl, I really would. Man, you can go. Do you all know y'all go to Bangkok, Thailand, or whatever in the Philippines or whatever? You can live like a king for like $1,600 a month. Jesus Christ, I'm talking about like a king too. That would be where I would be to never see your face again. I want you to enjoy that 20-acre home my mother had. Would have bought $850,000 worth of house on that motherfucker that she got. You hear what I'm saying? That she bought. I hope you enjoy it. I hope your family enjoys it. I hope y'all party every night. I hope y'all party every weekend. I just hope. You know what I'm saying? I hope. I hope y'all enjoy it all. Like, because when it comes down to it, I don't know about nothing else. Like my mom, left me some, whatever, bro. I don't care about none of this shit, man. God done already blessed me. I'm good. That's why I'm at peace with this shit, G. Because I know you're going to end up watching this because they're going to tell you about it. So you're going to watch it. It's free. You can share it. I just want you to know, my nigga, you's a hoe ass nigga. But may God never let us see each other again, man. You be cool, bro. I'm finna end this shit right now.